Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the summary of the Master Series. And yeah, if you guys were wondering what the beginning of the video was about, I heard a lot of people are struggling to AFK level up their character. So yeah, did a bit of research, did a few tests. If you guys ever wonder why I don't upload every day, most of the time I am doing tests. You know, it's either for IRL work to put food on the table, or it's doing tests in Scum. I spend a lot of my time doing tests, okay? And I heard that some of you struggle to walk into walls. So I just got two methods that will make it very, very easy for you guys to level up your characters, okay? So that you don't have a major disadvantage to the skilled players. So, all I'm going to do now quickly is set the time here to 8 and set the weather to 0. That I set the weather to 0, okay? Doesn't look like a very sunny day, but in any case, what we've learned in the Master Series, okay, is that when you start, these are basically the items that you can craft right from the start. Okay, you can craft the wooden club, you can craft the improvised stone spear because you can find stones where you spawn. You can craft a 20-pound bow, okay, and you can craft a small axe and a big axe. But the small axe, guys, you know, the wooden club is basically just as good as the small axe. Okay, so we could just test that quickly, okay? So I'll put the small axe in here, okay? Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you what is the best weapon overall for the beginning of the game, okay? And to do that test, I'm going to spawn in a fat puppet. So the first thing you're going to do now is take the small little axe, which you can craft very, very early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 shots. Okay, so the small axe is a little bit better than the club, okay, because the club takes 11 shots to kill a fat puppet, and then the spear takes 9 shots to kill a fat puppet, okay? So basically, yes, the small axe is better until you hit a town, because as soon as you hit your first town or small little settlement, you'll be able to put nails on the wooden club, okay? And then the wooden club will be better, okay? But basically, you use a spear to keep a puppet at distance. You use this club and a small axe to hit them very, very fast. But when it comes to the best weapon, or the fastest way to kill a puppet right in the beginning, okay? The big stone axe is definitely going to be your, it's definitely going to be your best bet. Okay, so we're just looking at time to kill here. So with an advanced melee skill, I'm going to hit him once, twice, and then I'm going to do my double hit because of my skill, okay? And then again. Okay. So with an advanced melee skill, every third shot you're going to do a combo. So you just want to make sure you're against the puppet. So with that, okay, we don't lose a lot of stamina when we're doing this, okay? So that's about 5 stamina. That's about 5 stamina. That's about 10. Okay? So we can kill at least about 4 puppets like that, okay? So if you want to save as much time as possible, the large axe is definitely your priority. But then again, guys, nothing beats the bow, okay? When it comes to time to kill, okay, nothing beats the bow. Okay, so you can kill them with one headshot, okay? And then you can kill them with 2 body shots. So the bow is really, really, really strong. And if they get close to you, okay, like, you know, you miss them, you can just hit them, okay, and keep them away from you. Hit them, you know, and then just kill them like that. Okay, middle mouse button, you will hit them with your fist. So yeah, Okay, that's what we've learned overall. The large axe is definitely the best in the beginning. If you're looking for a fast melee weapon, the small axe is the best, but the club will be better than it as soon as you hit the town and you add nails to the plank. Okay, and then a spear isn't too bad to keep them at distance, but it's your preference. It's your preference. Okay, so that's it for the start. Now let's look at when you start looting and what's the best items basically to craft if you don't find them. Okay, guys, so once you can get into towns and get some resources, then there's 3 suggestions I have for you. First of all, it's the 35-pound bow, okay? And the 35-pound bow does 45 damage per shot, where the normal bow only does 38 damage per shot, and it travels a bit further, okay? 35-pound bow, all you need for that is a wire. Okay, which you can get by cutting up those charger cables or just finding them normally in the world. Okay, so not that difficult at all, on a cutting tool and a stick. Then the second item on my list is definitely the improvised hatchet. Okay, you need a toolbox, a bolt, 2 improvised ropes that you can make from rags, 1 long stick or a small stick, and a scrap metal. And then the most difficult one to craft will basically be this, which takes 2 scrap metal, a toolbox. You can get very lucky finding a rubber, a piece of rubber very fast, or you can go into a bunker and just find 2 rubber bands quite fast. Okay, so not too difficult except for the toolboxes. So when we look at the first item, which is your hatchet, your craftable hatchet, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, very, very fast. Now I missed my double shot there, so we can spam it. Okay, so it's definitely a weapon that you can use very, very fast. Then we've got our crafted metal sword. Let me just get the right name. The metal sword that you can craft. Okay, so the other one was 6 shots. This is 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so definitely fast. They ditched a bit there for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so a lot faster. But then, of course, we get the bow as well. Okay, which is extremely fast. 1, 2. Okay, but the main thing is you're going to be able to shoot it much further than the 20-pound bow. Okay, you'll be able to kill targets a lot further than that. So those are the items that we've learned with their damage numbers. Okay, if you want to go look at the exact damage numbers, I could put a list down in the comments below for you guys, or you can just go watch the videos. And then, if you're looking for the best of the best, okay, in the game, then we're going to the next step. Okay, guys, while after you've looted the map and you get the items that you want, although these items are quite rare, but if we're looking at end game, what is the best melee weapons that you can use? It's definitely by far the cleaver, okay, or the cleaver or Fuster's machete, okay. Fuster's machete works the same as a cleaver, so this will be your strongest short range weapon. Okay, so how many shots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, basically just like a machete, or just like a metal sword. Okay, but it doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't take a heck of a lot of space in your inventory. Okay, so that's definitely one positive thing. And then, of course, with the latest update, this is a 2-shot kill. 1, 2, okay. So katana is by far your fastest weapon. And then, a compound bow is great because you can set it to your strength. So I can't use it at the moment. Okay. All I do is I get a toolbox. Okay. Then I right click on it. Adjust draw weight. The better you get at archery and the stronger you become, you can adjust the draw weight again. If you start a character with 5 strength, okay, then, and with advanced archery, so 2 things. First of all, advanced archery, and then 5 strength, right from the start of your game. Then when you adjust the poundage, the poundage will go up to 110 pounds, which is literally the strongest bow in the game. There isn't anything in the game that's stronger than 100 pounds, which is the ballista bow. But if from the right at the start of the game, if you take advanced archery and you give your character 5 strength by sacrificing other attribute points, then you'll be able, and you set the poundage of the first compound bow that you get, you'll be able to set it to 110 pounds, and you'll be able to hold the bow back forever. Okay, you'll be a lethal killer with the bow. So now with the 50-pound bow, you get the puppet again. Okay, and now we get the nice zoom. Okay, so we get the nice zoom, and we can shoot a little bit further. You guys saw how far the 35-pound bow went, okay? That arrow went a lot further. So that's the natural progression with melee weapons, okay? Now, I'm not going to spawn in a bunch of pistols, okay? I'm just going to give you guys the breakdown. The Black Hawk, by far, the bow wins with speed. So you can shoot extremely fast, extremely far. You can be very versatile, okay? And you reload really, really fast. Like when I shoot now, okay, there I've got the next arrow. So I can shoot very, very fast. The Black Hawk crossbow is the only crossbow that's really worth it, because if you use a crafted crossbow, you don't get any penetration, okay? Now, of course, you need to use stronger bows to get penetration with bows as well. But for me personally, the crafted crossbow isn't really worth it. So if you want to use a crossbow, use the Black Hawk. It will penetrate armor, and it can shoot up to about 300 meters very accurately, where the compound bow can only about shoot accurately at 200 meters. Okay? And then, of course, you can put a really cool sight on a Black Hawk, like a ACOG, which is 4 times, which helps you a heck of a lot. So the Black Hawk is definitely great when you get to like advanced rifles or advanced plus rifles. Then you'll be very lethal and fast with a crossbow, because a crossbow is linked to your rifle skill. Okay? Then the other thing that we've learned is that pistol damage is 47 for crafted, 53 for normal 9mm ammo. Okay, so 2 shots to the chest should kill a person. Headshots are normally times 5 damage. Okay, at the moment it's times 5, so a pistol will hit the guy in the head for 271 damage. Any crafted ammo reduces that damage by 50%. If you shoot a guy in the head with a pistol and he's got a helmet on, you're only going to do 60 damage, so you need to shoot him twice in the head. With a ballistic vest or a tactical vest, you won't do any damage, guys. So please do not take on a player with a pistol or an SMG where you're using 9mm or .45 rounds, okay? You're not going to penetrate a ballistic or a tactical vest at all. Even if he's just using a stab-proof vest, with the SMG, it's going to have about the stab-proof vest is going to mitigate about 70% of the damage. Okay, so when you're killing people with, when you're trying to kill an armored player with a pistol or an SMG, aim for the head. Okay, especially with the SMG, you could get 2 lucky shots in, or if you fire quickly with the pistol, you can get 2 shots in. So start at the head. Okay, or go for the throat. The throat will be a 1-shot kill, because the throat counts as the head. Okay, and there's no armor on the throat unless he's using a tactical vest. Then it's going to be very difficult to get to the throat. But if he's using a ballistic vest, you can shoot him in the throat quite easily. And then you go for the legs or the arms. Okay, because the legs and the arms only takes off 30% of the total damage. Okay, if you shoot him in the hand or the foot, then it's a 50% damage reduction. But in the arm and the legs, only a 30% damage reduction. Okay, so for me personally, I'll rather just spray a person through the legs if I see him, and then when he stands still and he looks at me or looks away from me, then I'll go for the head or the throat. Okay. Then when it comes to shotgun damage, birdshot does 100 damage, so you can kill a person point blank. The further away you move with birdshot, the less damage it does. Okay, but point blank, you can kill a person with birdshot, 100 damage. Buckshot does 240 damage, so you can stand a bit further away. And then a slug does 240 damage basically at a very far distance. You do get a bit of damage reduction over time, but not a lot. And a slug basically does about 1,200 damage in the head, okay, because it's 240 times 5. Okay, so if you shoot a person in the head with a slug, most likely he's going to be dead. A stab-proof vest blocks buckshot by 90%, so you're only doing 10% damage. And slugs, it still takes away 70% of the damage. So once again, if someone's wearing armor, you need to aim for the legs or the throat, or the arms, whatever way, but you must try and stay away from his chest, his armor, if he's wearing armor. Rather go for the head, because with the slug, it's going to do 70 damage to him. So again, it's a 2-shot kill. Okay, and if you shoot him in the leg, you should be able to kill him. Okay, with a slug. So just think about that. Okay, as you're going on. Then AR does, again, guys, I'm not going to mention the crafted bullets because the crafted is about 10% less damage. Okay, it really doesn't matter what bullets you use if you're putting a few rounds into a person. So a normal AR round does 60 damage, a normal AK round does 70 damage. Bayonet only does about 22 damage on its own, but if you add it to your gun at the end of the gun and you stab a puppet with your gun, it will do 220 damage. Okay, so you'll be able to kill all puppets with one shot. Stab-proof vest blocks about 50% of the damage. Okay, if you're using AP rounds, a stab-proof vest will still block 30% of the damage. A ballistic vest will block 50% of the damage. Okay, and then with the helmet, you're still going to be able to kill a person with the AK. So if you shoot a person with an AK in the head, he should be dead. If you shoot a person with a normal AR round, like a M16 round, you're not going to kill him immediately. He's going to have 90 damage, but he'll probably bleed out after a while if he can't bandage himself. And if you're using armor-piercing rounds with an M16 or an MK18, you'll be able to kill him with one headshot, okay? The best DPS you can get on an AR is roughly about 40 meters, which is quite close, okay? 50 meters and further, you'll start losing damage, guys. So from that point to that point, if I'm standing there and the target is there, that's roughly where I'm going to get max damage. Any further than that, okay, you're going to get damage reduction on all your bullets. So again, aim for the neck to kill it, or aim for the legs to cripple him, and then you can spray him to death. When it comes to snipers, a hunting rifle only does 34 damage in the chest, so you're going to need to shoot a player quite a few times. Even if you shoot a player in the head without any helmet on, you're still going to need to shoot him twice in the head. Okay, so just use a hunting rifle to hunt animals or to play around with puppets. Okay, when it comes to leveling up your rifle skill without joining events, use a slug, because a slug does a heck of a lot of damage, and it will definitely level up your rifle skill faster than anything else in the game, because it does, the fame is compared to the damage that you do. So if you hit a puppet in the chest with an AK, you're doing 60 damage. Okay, now you need to hit him 4 times in the chest to do 240 damage. And your fame, your skill points will reflect that. But when you hit him with a slug, it does 240 damage. Okay, so you're going to gain fame with a slug 4 times faster than with any other gun in the game. Okay, Then all the sniper rifles, except for the hunting rifle, all the sniper rifles does 80 damage to the chest without armor on. You're going to need to hit them twice. And then if he's got a helmet on, again, you need to aim for the throat or something because you won't be able to kill him with one headshot. So if you've got a sniper rifle, it's going to take a headshot and a body shot to kill him. Okay? Just remember that. And then an M82 kills anything with armor on, guys. Doesn't matter, up to 1,000 meters. Okay, we can't test further than 1,000 meters because players start despawning at 1,000 meters, or you can't. Sometimes you can't see them at 1,000 meters. But I have done the test in the Master Series where Blue killed me with an M82, whether it was a headshot on a helmet or, very importantly, he can kill me at 1,000 meters if he hits me in the chest while I've got a tactical vest on, or on the toe, or wherever M82 hits you guys, you're dead. Okay, so that's definitely the killer. And we learned that you can kill a meg by either using slugs or M82 rounds. Okay, you can go to that video to learn about that. We did learn that the running skill is better than endurance from the start because you'll be able to run away from any player and you'll be able to catch any player and you'll be able to get across the map a lot faster. And you'll be able to run a lot further because with advanced running, you get a minus 30% stamina usage, and you run 15% faster and you jog 15% faster. Okay, I have tested it; makes a huge difference. Then, when it comes to food, the best sources for protein is basically wolf meat or canned sardines. Okay, and then when it comes to carbs, you're looking at potatoes, corn, or popcorn that you can craft. Okay, but if we just stick to the basics, protein, you want to cook wolf meat, or you want to go get canned sardines at the fish factory. Okay, for carbs, you want to eat potatoes or corn. Okay, as simple as that. If you get fancy items, in game, then canned corn is really great. Okay, and bread is really good, but bread gives you quite a lot of fat. So to simplify things for you, protein equals wolf meat and canned sardines. Carbs equals potatoes or corn. And then, you can walk into two items at the same time, but that's why I gave you the preview in the beginning of the game, in the beginning of the video. I'm going to simplify that for you very, very fast. When it comes to base building, build in an open field, okay, with cover all around. Go watch the video if you want me to explain it further. Okay, you want to build your base in an open field so that if somebody's raiding you, they've got no cover and you can respawn in the sector and kill them from the cover that's around your base. Okay, making it very easy to defend your base. You can use alarms in different positions in your inner wall with different names to notify you if a player's at your base and where at your base he is, So you can make the first alarm the front door, name it the front door. The other alarm you name front right corner of the base, front left corner of the base. So if someone's trying to raid you or snooping around your base, they activate that alarm, then you can be notified where he is, and then when you go to your base, maybe they activate the alarm again, you know exactly where they are. So alarms are very, very good. Improvised mines are definitely the cheapest and best way to kill someone because you can hide them much easier than the other mines. And you don't really want to use green mines, prom mines, or claymores close to other traps. Because if a big green mine or a prom mine or a claymore goes off in the direction of your other traps, it's just going to blow everything away. Okay, so when you use major explosives like that, make sure you put them far away from your other traps. Otherwise, the one trap's going to destroy all the other traps. And then layer base and place chest outside to defend the base. Again, if they kill you, inside your base. You spawn in the sector, you have got pre-buried chests around your base where you've planted blue flags, blueprints of flags, and then every chest can have a kit for you. Again, you can watch the Master Series for details on that. Then again, leave space. That's one thing we learned in that video as well. When you place a tower, just remember at the end of the day, when you've upgraded your walls to max, then you're going to have barbed wire and everything on top of the wall. Okay, so space your towers at least, I would say, 2 meters. Okay, if you really want to push it 1 meter, but don't put your towers against your walls. Put your towers like 1 or 2 meters away from your walls so that you can climb them. Because if you put it against the wall, then you won't be able to climb it, because if you climb your tower's ladder, you're gonna climb into the wall's barbed wire, okay, which is gonna block you. So again, just put your towers away from your walls, so that doesn't become a problem. We learned that engineering is by far the strongest skill in the game. When you look at what it's responsible for, it's definitely got the best utility out of all the skills in the game. And then if you want to craft every single item in the crafting menu, so when we go, if you want to craft every single item in this crafting menu, except for these 2 little pots down here, okay, then you're going to take medium rifles, medium demolition, medium survival, and advanced engineering. Okay, and you'll be able to craft all your items. Let me just check here what I said. Medium rifles, medium demolition, medium survival, and advanced engineering. Okay, then you'll be able to craft everything except those last 2 pots. The brawl event is by far the fastest way to gain fame. So if you join a brawl event, you can only have 4 players in the brawl event. So if you let your clan join the brawl event, you are the lock picker, so you are the one that needs fame the fastest. Then you can kill all 3 of your teammates repeatedly, and it will take you about 3 minutes to quit the match. So it will take you about 3 minutes to kill all 3 of them 10 times. And when you've killed all 3 of them 10 times, you will read the score that you need to win the match. So basically, when you're done, so they mustn't kill you, you only kill them, okay? So you kill your 3 friends repeatedly until you win the match, and when you come out of the match, you would have gained 38 fame points, okay? They would have lost a bit of fame points. No, they won't lose fame points, guys. Your 3 friends, I think the guy that's second will gain like 2 fame, and the other 2 might lose a little bit of fame, okay? But nothing serious. So the fastest way to gain fame is to have 3 friends in a brawl MMA match where you hit each other with weapons. You kill all 3 of them repeatedly, and that will give you an average of 38 fame every 3 minutes. The medical skill we've learned is by far much, much more important than what we thought, okay? Or what not many people prioritize the medical skill. But when it comes to your survival and leveling up skills, medical is definitely going to take a very long time. Although later I will make a new updated version of how to level up every skill as fast as possible. There are creative ways, okay, to level up the medical skill, but since the medical skill affects your treatment time of your wound, your stabilization speed, the items needed, it's got a heck of a lot of importance, and it can save your life a lot. And then we've learned that the Phoenix Tears, you basically just use if you know you're going to die, you just want to save your life quickly. Like you've got a few C4 bleeding markers on you, you haven't got a lot of health left, you don't have time to treat the 3 or 4 C4 markers independently, then you just inject yourself immediately, and that will save your life at the end of the day if you ran into trouble with a Meg or a player. And yes, guys, that's basically it. Okay, that's it for the Master Series. So that was about 18 videos that I put into 20 minutes or 30 minutes for you guys. And here's your reward, okay, for all the time that you spend watching these videos. If you look at this character at the moment, okay, so he's got hypothermia and everything, but ignore that. You will see that our strength we've gained 2,100 strength. We've gained 131 or 200. We gained more, guys. It's because we were standing still all the time, okay? We gained about 600 constitution, and then we gained 2,000 dexterity as well, okay? we gained 7% endurance, and then we gained 11% stealth, and we leveled up our camouflage to basic. Okay, and if you're wondering, for all of you that struggles to level up your skills, okay, I'm going to show you the fastest way to do it now. So all I'm going to do is run to where I tested this. So if you've got a car, this is going to be very easy, guys. But if you don't have a car, I've got a solution for you as well. Okay. But a car is definitely a car or a quad or any kind of vehicle is by far the easiest way to do this. Just want to drop this, just so that we don't have anything on us. We've just got a hiking backpack. Okay, and then I just want to see all these. No, these toolboxes aren't here. So what you want to do is you want to find 10 toolboxes or something that weighs 60 kilograms. Okay, at the beginning. You're going to need to add more and more weight to maximize your strength. But we're just going to give out sell 6 toolboxes here. And that's and then we just drag it into our name here to get it to fit in like that. So that's 60 kilograms. And now all you want to do is, we've got a quad here. You can do this with any vehicle, but with a quad, you lie down and you crawl into the back of the quad here so that you don't really move. Okay? So you just want to get a place where you're roughly going to get stuck. And usually I can get stuck here between the tire or something. Okay, so there are places where you can get stuck, and as you can see, you're going to level up your strength at the max because you've got more than 60 kilograms on you, which is basically 3 times the amount of weight that you can carry. But as you're leveling up your strength, you'll be able to carry more, so you're going to need to add more weight. How do I add more weight? Except for your backpack being full, you add a ballistic vest to yourself or a tactical vest, or you carry a log in your hand. You know, there's many things that you can do to add more weight to yourself. And by doing this, you're going to gain 24,200 constitution per day. You're going to max out your dexterity and you're going to max out your strength. Okay. Now, don't worry about your constitution. As you're playing the game naturally, you are going to be leveling up your constitution, okay? The dexterity and the strength will be your biggest issue. So now you can AFK this for as long as you want to. You'll have to micromanage it when you're not playing the game because you're going to run out of food and then you're going to die, okay? But if you want to combine that with going into a brawl event, okay, you can just do 2 brawl events to gain about 70 fame, okay? And then you can respawn. If your character dies, then you can just respawn in the sector and repeat the steps if you don't want to eat food. But I already told you what's the best foods for protein and carbs, okay? So this is it, guys. If you crawl into a vehicle or into the next item I'm going to show you, you are leveling up your strength as fast as possible. You are still leveling up your constitution. You are leveling up your dexterity as fast as possible. You are leveling up your endurance. You are leveling up your stealth. And you are leveling up camouflage very, very quickly. Okay? So, yeah, that is the best way to level up as many things at the same time. Okay? And if you don't have a car, then you just craft, you just come and pray here. You all know I love praying. Okay, you just come and pray here, and put yourself into these crosses. Okay, and if you crawl into these crosses that you've crafted, which isn't very difficult, you're going to be leveling up your skills as well. Okay, and crafting a cross, guys, is really not a big deal. Let me just check here. Yeah. 2 planks, 2 small stones, 2 bolts or 2 nails, and a cutting tool. And you can make this, okay? And you can stand all year praying and become stronger. Okay, so thank you for spending all this time with me. The last video in the series is just going to cover the 3 best builds, okay, for the 0.7 update. I'm going to give you guys my build that I'm going to start with. Then I'm going to give you the build if you want to create the best character, you know, the ultimate character in the game. So if you want to end with a character that has 8 strength, 5 constitution, 5 dexterity, and 5 intelligence, I'm going to give you that build, because then you're a serious grinder. I'm going to relax a bit, and you guys will understand why I picked the build that I picked when I explain it to you. And then I'll give you guys the most fun build if you just want to have fun, you know, and you're not really interested in grinding anything. You know, you don't take anything too serious. You just want to have a heck of a lot of fun in the beginning of the game, and time is not really an issue for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you a fun build, the Luthais build, and the grinder build, okay, for the hardcore players. Hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, see you now. I'm going to do that video quite quickly because I still have to stream in about 3 hours. So cheers. Like the video if you liked it, and if you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, click that sub button, guys. And to all the patrons, you are priceless, because the 3 servers that I run cost me about $180 per month. So I really appreciate you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It helps the channel tremendously. Cheers.